Dr. Thaddeus Lockhart, Seattle Providence Hospital, Trauma Department, recording personal log, November 3rd, 2025. Time is 09:17 Pacific Standard. I'm recording this because someone needs to document what's happening here. What we're seeing, what we can't stop. The emergency alert came at 09:04. 13 minutes ago. I was in the trauma bay. Gunshot wound. Routine. Well, routine for Seattle. Then every phone in the hospital started screaming. That tone, the emergency alert tone. Every device, every screen. This is not a test. Multiple ballistic missile launches detected. Origin unknown. Trajectories indicate targets worldwide. All persons take immediate shelter. Seek basement or interior rooms. This is not a test. Unknown origin. That's what the alert said. Unknown origin. Not Russian. Not Chinese. Not North Korean. Unknown. Worldwide targets. I'm a trauma surgeon. Been doing this for 16 years. I know triage. I know mass casualty protocols. I've treated gunshot wounds, stabbings, car accidents, industrial accidents, treated burn victims from the refinery fire in 2022. I know emergency medicine. I don't know how to treat nuclear war. My son, his name is Nolan Lockhart. He's 11 years old. 6th grade, Cascade Middle School. That's 14 miles north of downtown Seattle. The school's shelter protocol is the gymnasium basement. I know because I attended the safety briefing last month. Protection factor 8. That's better than most schools. Not great. Not enough. Nolan's supposed to be in science class right now. Mr. Pemberton's class. 2nd period. They're doing a unit on ecosystems. Nolan told me about it last night at dinner. He was excited. Wanted to do his project on Pacific Northwest old-growth forests. He loves hiking. We go every weekend I'm not on call. Last Sunday we did the trail up to Rattlesnake Ledge. He beat me to the top. 11 years old, and he beat me to the top. The alert said worldwide targets. Seattle's not a primary target. We don't have major military installations. Submarine base is up at Bremerton, but that's across Puget Sound. Not here. We're not a target, except the alert said worldwide. Unknown origin. Multiple launches. I tried calling the school. The line's busy. Everyone's calling. Everyone trying to reach their kids. I tried Nolan's cell phone. He's not supposed to have it on during class, but maybe. Straight to voicemail. Network's overloaded. I'm the senior attending in trauma. Hospital administration's looking to me for guidance. For leadership. We have protocols for mass casualty events. Multiple vehicle accidents. Active shooter. Terrorism. We have protocols. We don't have a protocol for this. The hospital's emergency coordinator is calling department heads to the conference room. That's me. I have to go. I have to coordinate. That's my job. But Nolan, 14 miles away. Science class. Ecosystems project. And I don't know if he's safe. The PA system is announcing code triage. That's the mass casualty alert. All personnel to emergency stations. Discharge non-critical patients. Clear beds. Prepare for incoming. Except incoming from what? The missiles haven't hit yet. Haven't. Yet. I'm checking my watch. 09:19. 15 minutes since the alert. No impacts yet. How long does it take? I know the physics. ICBM flight time from Russia to West Coast is 30 to 35 minutes. From China, maybe 25 to 30. If they launched at 09:04. If that's when they actually launched. The alert might have come minutes after detection. I don't know how much time we have. The other doctors are looking at me. The nurses. The residents. They're waiting for me to tell them what to do. I'm the senior attending. I'm supposed to know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay. Professional mode. I can do professional mode. I'm good at this. I'm telling the trauma team to prepare for radiation casualties. Acute radiation syndrome. Thermal burns. Blast injuries. I'm reciting from memory. Treatment protocols I learned in medical school and hoped I'd never use. Supportive care for radiation sickness. Potassium iodide for thyroid protection. We have some stockpiled. Not enough for the whole city. Not close to enough. One of the residents. His name is Callum. Callum Brennan. Good kid. Smart. He's asking me what our actual capacity is. How many radiation casualties can we realistically treat? I'm doing the math in my head. Out loud. Helps me think. We have 240 beds. 90 currently occupied. That's 150 available. Radiation sickness treatment requires intensive monitoring. Isolation for severe cases. Immune system collapse means infection risk. We can maybe handle 50 to 75 radiation patients with our current resources. Maybe. Seattle metro population is 4.2 million people. If there's a strike on Seattle, direct hit, 500 kiloton warhead. That standard for modern IC-beam is thermal radius for third-degree burns is 12 miles. Blast radius for severe damage is 8 miles. Fallout depends on wind patterns. The math says hundreds of thousands of casualties. Immediate and short term, we can treat 75. The hospital administrator. Her name is Whitmore. Director Whitmore. She's on the intercom asking all department heads to the Emergency Operations Center immediately. That's me. I have to go, but I'm trying Nolan's phone again first. One more time. Please. Please answer. Voicemail. Network's completely overloaded now. Cascade Middle School is 14 miles north. If there's a strike on downtown Seattle, if the warhead is 500 kilotons, 14 miles is, let me calculate. Thermal effects at 14 miles are second-degree burns with exposed skin. Blast overpressure is moderate. Windows shatter. Some structural damage. Not total destruction. The school's basement shelter. Protection factor 8. That reduces radiation exposure by 87%. It's something. It's not enough, but it's something. Nolan might survive. The math says he might survive. If the warhead's not bigger. If it doesn't hit closer. If the school shelter holds. If he gets there in time. If, too many ifs. I'm heading to the Emergency Operations Center. Have to walk. Elevators are packed. People evacuating upper floors. Moving to basement levels. I'm taking the stairs. My phone's buzzing. Text message. From my ex-wife. Nolan's mother. Her name is Talia. We've been divorced for 3 years. She lives in Portland now. 2 hours south. The text says, is Nolan with you? She doesn't know. She's in Portland. She doesn't know if our son is safe. I'm texting back. He's at school. Cascade Middle. I can't reach him. Network down. I'll try to get to him. That's a lie. That last part. I can't get to him. I'm at the hospital. I'm the senior trauma attending. I have responsibilities. Hundreds of people are going to need me in the next few hours. Maybe thousands. I can't leave. But Nolan. He's 11 years old. He's my son. Talia's texting again. Please get him. Please. I'm coming up, but bridges might close. Please. She's 2 hours away. If she left right now. If traffic's moving. If the bridges don't close. Big ifs. I'm texting, I'll try. Stay safe. I love you. That's the first time I've said that to her in 3 years. I love you. Seems important now. I'm at the Emergency Operations Center. Other department heads arriving. Surgical. Internal medicine. Pediatrics. Nursing supervisor. Security. Everyone looks scared. Trying not to show it. Failing. Director Whitmore is at the head of the table. She's got the emergency alert on the screen. Same message repeating. Unknown origin. Worldwide targets. Seek shelter immediately. She's saying we need to prepare for worst-case scenario. Mass casualties. Radiation injuries. Infrastructure collapse. We're activating the hospital's emergency response plan. All hands on deck. Someone's asking if we should evacuate. Get out of the city while we can. Whitmore saying no. We're a hospital. We don't evacuate. We receive evacuees. That's our job. The security chief. His name is Rafferty. He's saying we need to control access. Once people realize the hospital's still functioning, we'll be overwhelmed. We need to establish triage at all entrances. Turn away non-critical. We won't have resources for everyone. I'm hearing myself say that's correct. Medical triage. Save who we can save. It's brutal, but it's math. It's what we do. But Nolan, he's 14 miles away, and I'm here doing math about who lives and who dies. The intercom is announcing another alert. Everyone goes quiet. New emergency alert. This one's different. Second wave of launches detected. Confirmed retaliatory strikes. United States Strategic Command has launched counterstrikes. Multiple nations involved. Global nuclear exchange in progress. All persons remain in shelter. Do not attempt to travel. Fallout imminent. This is not a test. Second wave. Retaliation. We launched. They launched. Everyone's launching. This isn't a limited strike. This is everything. This is mutual assured destruction. This is the end of the world happening in real time. One of the doctors is crying. I don't know who. Can't tell. My ears are ringing. Director Whitmore is saying we proceed with the plan. Prepare for mass casualties. That's all we can do. The trauma chief resident. That's Brennan. Callum Brennan. He's asking me directly. Dr. Lockhart, what's your son's status? I'm saying he's at Cascade Middle School, 14 miles north. I can't reach him. Network's down. Brennan's saying the school's shelter protocol is probably activated. He's probably safe in the basement. He's trying to reassure me. Saying yes. Probably safe. Probably. I'm a trauma surgeon. I know probability. I know statistics. I know that probably isn't good enough. It's 09:36 now. 32 minutes since first alert. If the missiles launched when detection occurred. If flight time is 30 minutes. We might have minutes left, or it might have already happened, and we just don't know yet. Information travels slower than missiles. I'm asking Whitmore if we have any updated information. Specific targets. Time to impact. She's saying no. All we have is the emergency alert. Government communications are. She's pausing. She's saying the governor's office evacuated an hour ago. Before the public alert. They knew. They left. Someone's asking what that means. It means they knew this was coming. They had advance warning. They evacuated themselves. Left the rest of us to figure it out from emergency alerts. Okay, let me think through this. Let me talk through my options. Talking helps. Talking helps me think. 28 minutes since first alert. No impacts yet that we know of. Nolan is at Cascade Middle School, 14 miles north. I'm at Providence Hospital, downtown Seattle. I have responsibilities here. I'm the senior trauma attending. But Nolan, option 1. I stay here, at the hospital, coordinate trauma response. When the casualties start coming in, we're going to need every experienced surgeon, every pair of hands. The math says we could save 50 to 75 people with proper triage and treatment. That's 50 to 75 lives, directly dependent on my staying here, on my coordination, on my experience. Cost of option 1. I don't get to Nolan. 14 miles in current conditions. Everyone's evacuating. Traffic's gridlocked. I can see it from the window. Interstate 5 is parking lot. Surface streets the same. Even if I left right now, I couldn't reach him before whatever's coming. Can't reach him. The school shelter protocol is probably already activated. He's probably in the basement. Protection factor 8. He might be safer there than I could make him, even if I reached him. Might be. Option 2. I leave. Try to reach Nolan anyway. Get in my car. Drive north. Abandon my post here. Trauma coordination collapses without senior attending. Residents are good, but they're not experienced. Mass casualty situation needs experienced leadership. Without me, the estimated casualties, we can effectively treat drops. Significantly. Maybe 30 to 40 instead of 75. That's 35 to 45 additional people who die. Because I left. Because I chose my son over strangers. Cost of option 2. Those deaths. Those preventable deaths. And I probably still can't reach Nolan. 14 miles in gridlock. Time's running out. Even if I left this second, I maybe reach 3 miles. 5 miles. Not 14. Traffic's not moving. I'd be stuck in my car when it happens. Detrying. Accomplish nothing. Save no one. Not Nolan. Not the hospital patients. No one. Option 3. Send someone else. Hospital security. Emergency responder. Someone with authority to move through traffic. Someone who can reach the school. Extract Nolan. Bring him here to the hospital. To safety. To me. Except. Security Chief Rafferty already said all personnel needed for hospital lockdown. For TRIA. For controlling access. Can't spare anyone. And who would I send into? Into whatever's coming. Who would I ask to risk their life for my son while I stay in safety? What right do I have to ask that? No option 3. That doesn't exist. So, option 1 or option 2. Stay and save strangers. Or leave and probably accomplish nothing except abandoning my duty. Both options Nolan's fate is uncertain. He's probably in the school shelter. Probably safe as he can be. Protection factor 8. 14 miles from likely target. Second-degree burns possible. Blast damage moderate. Radiation exposure reduced by shelter. Survival probability. Let me calculate. 30 to 50% depending on specific strike location and yield. Not zero. Not certain. Somewhere between. I'm a doctor. I know triage. I know utilitarian ethics. Greatest good for greatest number. I know the math. 75 lives versus 1. My son versus strangers. The math is clear. I'm looking at my phone. Talia's text is still on the screen. Please get him. Please. I'm the senior trauma attending. I'm supposed to stay. That's the math. That's the ethics. That's my duty. He's 11 years old. He's my son. 31 minutes now. Time's running out. I have to decide. Right now. I'm staying. I have to stay. The hospital needs me. 75 lives. I have to stay. I'm texting Talia. Can't leave hospital. Mass casualty prep. Nolan's school has shelter protocol. Protection factor 8. He's probably safer there. I'm sorry. I love him. I love you both. I'm so sorry. Sending that text is. That's the choice. That's me choosing. My hands are shaking. Can't hold the phone steady. Director Whitmore is asking if I'm ready to proceed with trauma bay preparation. She's waiting for my answer. I'm saying yes. I'm ready. Let's proceed. My voice sounds steady. Professional. Inside I'm screaming. Okay. Trying everything. Everything I can think of. Maybe there's something. Some way to confirm Nolan's status. Some way to know he's safe. I'm calling the school directly. Cascade Middle School main office. Ringing. Ringing. Please. Please answer. Automated message. Due to emergency conditions, all Cascade public schools are in lockdown. Students and staff are sheltering per emergency protocols. Do not attempt to come to the school. Do not call. Lines must remain clear for emergency services. Message ends. Line disconnects. He's in lockdown. He's sheltering. That's something. That's confirmation he's in the shelter protocol. That's good. That means he's in the basement. Protected. As protected as he can be. But I can't talk to him. Can't confirm he's okay. Just automated message. Trying the school district emergency line. Maybe they have more information. Better communication. Busy signal. Lines overwhelmed. Okay, what else? Seattle Emergency Management. They coordinate with schools. They might have status updates. Calling Seattle Emergency Management. Someone answers. Adult voice. Male. Stressed. Seattle Emergency Management. All lines are experiencing high volume. If this is not life-threatening, please. I'm cutting him off. This is life-threatening. I'm Dr. Lockhart. Providence Hospital. I need confirmation on Cascade Middle School shelter status. My son is there. I need to know if the school is secure. He's saying all schools activated shelter protocols at 09:06. 2 minutes after the first alert. All students should be in designated safe areas. That's all the information he has. I'm asking if there's any way to get specific confirmation. Individual student status. Anything. Long pause. I'm hearing background chaos. Phones ringing. People shouting. Alarms. He's saying, sir. Doctor. I understand. I have kids too. But we have 4.2 million people in this metro area and 24 people in this office. We can't confirm individual status. All schools are in lockdown. That's all I can tell you. I'm sorry. Line disconnects. He hung up. 4.2 million people. Nolan's one of 4.2 million. One kid in millions. And I'm supposed to trust that the system works. That the shelter protocol is sufficient. That some automated message and a stressed emergency management worker saying everyone's in lockdown means my son is safe. I'm a trauma surgeon. I know how systems fail. I see it every day. Protocols that don't account for reality. Plans that collapse under pressure. I know. 35 minutes now. Still no impacts. Maybe it's a false alarm. Maybe the launches were detected wrong. Maybe they'll turn back. Maybe it's not happening. No, that's denial. The second alert confirmed it. Retaliation. Multiple nations. This is happening. It's real. It's actually happening. Wait. There's something on the TV in the conference room. Someone's turned on the news. CNN. Breaking news banner. Global nuclear exchange confirmed. Multiple strikes detected. Seek shelter immediately. The reporter. Her voice is shaking. Professional mask completely gone. She's reading from notes, saying satellite feeds show detonations in. She's listing cities. Moscow, Beijing, Paris, London, Delhi, Karachi, Tokyo. That's 8 hours ahead of us. If Tokyo was hit, that means the Pacific. That means Seattle's on the Pacific. We're a West Coast city. If they're targeting globally, if Tokyo's been hit, we're probably on the list. The reporter's saying United States has confirmed retaliatory strikes launched. Full strategic arsenal deployment. The president authorized counterstrikes at 0908. All U.S. ICBMs have been launched. Submarine-launched ballistic missiles deployed. This is total war. 0908. That's 31 minutes ago. Our missiles have been in the air for 31 minutes. Their targets: Moscow, Beijing, Pyongyang, every hostile nation. We launched everything, which means they're launching everything at us. At our cities. At Seattle, one of the nurses is crying. Someone's praying. The surgical chief is asking Whitmore if we should move to the basement. If the hospital has shelter capacity. Whitmore's saying the basement is already being prepared. But we can't all fit. The hospital has 2,000 employees. Patients. Visitors. The basement shelter capacity is. She's checking her notes. 500 maximum. That's a quarter. We can shelter a quarter of the people here. The rest of us stay above ground. Do our jobs. Wait, I'm the senior trauma attending. I have to stay in the trauma bay. That's on the ground floor. Not basement. Not sheltered. Ground floor. Windows. Exposure. Nolan's school basement. Protection factor 8. That's better than what I have here. The irony. The terrible irony is my son is probably safer than I am right now. Rafferty, security chief. He's asking Whitmore about the government evacuation. The governor leaving an hour before the alert. He's saying, did they know? Did they have advance warning? Why didn't they tell us? Whitmore's not answering. She's looking at something on her tablet. Her face is gray. Ashen. She's saying, I just received an email. Time-stamped 07:43 this morning. Hour and 20 minutes before the public alert. From the State Emergency Management Division. Subject line, continuity of government protocol activation. Everyone's going quiet. She's reading. Senior state officials advised to evacuate to designated secure locations. Nuclear exchange probability assessed at 87% within 2 hours. Public notification delayed to prevent mass panic and ensure orderly evacuation of critical personnel. Hospital administrators are expected to remain at posts to coordinate emergency medical response. Notification of facility staff is at administrator discretion. She's looking up. She's saying, I received this at 07:43. I didn't see it until now. I didn't. I was in meetings. I didn't check my email. I didn't know. She didn't know. But someone sent it. State Emergency Management knew. At 07:43. Hour and a half before they told us. They knew this was coming. They evacuated the governor, the legislators, the critical personnel. They delayed public notification. They let the rest of us. Let us. Hospital administrators are expected to remain at posts. They needed us here. They needed medical personnel at the hospitals. So they didn't warn us. They made sure we'd be here when it happened. When the casualties started arriving, they used us. They calculated it, kept us ignorant, so we'd stay at our posts. And Nolan was at school. At 07:43, he was getting ready for school. I was making him breakfast. I could have kept him home. Could have driven south. Out of the city. Hour and a half head start. We could have made it to Portland. To Talia. To safety. But I didn't know. They made sure I didn't know. Brennan, the resident. He's asking Whitmore if there's more to the email. If there's any information about specific targets. Time to impact. Whitmore scrolling. She's saying there's an attachment. Target probability assessment. Puget Sound region. She's opening it. Everyone's crowding around the tablet. I'm pushing forward. I need to see. I need to see what they knew. What they didn't tell us. The document. It's a target list. Cities. Military installations. Infrastructure. Probability percentages. Seattle downtown. 93% probability. 500 to 800 kiloton warhead. Ground burst or air burst depending on strategic goal. Estimated casualties 350,000 to 600,000 immediate. 1.2 million total including fallout. Bremerton Naval Base. 98% probability. Multiple warheads. Total destruction assured. Joint Base Lewis McChord. 96% probability. Military target. High priority. Cascade Range. Eastern suburbs. 23% probability. Low priority targets. Possible fallout corridor depending on wind patterns. Cascade Middle School is in the eastern suburbs. 23% probability. Low priority. 23%. That's not zero. But it's not high. It's not a primary target. Nolan School is not a primary target. But downtown Seattle is. 93%. I'm standing in downtown Seattle right now. Providence Hospital is downtown. I'm in a 93% probability target zone. Nolan's in a 23% zone. I'm in a 93% zone. He's safer than I am. The math says he's safer than I am. I chose to stay. I chose to be here. In the 93% zone. I chose this. My phone's buzzing. Text from Talia. It says, please tell me you got him out. Please tell me he's with you. I'm not answering. I can't. I can't tell her I'm in downtown Seattle in a primary target zone, and our son is 14 miles away, and I chose to stay here. I'm gonna be sick. I need to. The emergency alert tone. Again. Every screen. Every phone. Everyone's looking. Third alert. Impacts detected on U.S. soil. East Coast strikes confirmed. Washington, D.C. New York. Boston. Norfolk. Multiple detonations. West Coast strikes imminent. Minutes remaining. Seek shelter immediately. This is not a test. East Coast. They hit the East Coast. That means it started. It's happening. The missiles are real. The detonations are real. This is actually the end of the world. And West Coast strikes imminent. Minutes remaining. Minutes. We have minutes. Nolan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I'm not there. I'm so sorry. The flash, even from the trauma bay, even through the windows. The sky turns white, brighter than anything, brighter than the sun at noon. For 3 seconds, everything is white light, pure white. I close my eyes, reflexive. Can't help it. I can see the bones in my hands through my eyelids. The blood vessels. X-ray effect. That bright. Then it fades. 3 seconds. The brightest thing I've ever seen. 3 seconds and it's over. I'm opening my eyes, looking out the trauma bay windows. North. Toward where Nolan is. The mushroom cloud. I'm seeing the mushroom cloud. Rising. Perfect mushroom shape. Orange and yellow and black. Growing. The fireball is massive. Miles wide. The cloud is rising above it. Climbing. Reaching. Beautiful and terrible at the same time. That's north of downtown. Let me calculate. Distance. The hospital is downtown. The cloud is maybe 6 to 8 miles north. Maybe 10. Hard to judge distances. Hard to tell. Cascade Middle School is 14 miles north. If the blast is 8 miles north, Nolan is 6 miles beyond that. 6 miles past the blast. That's outside the immediate destruction radius. 6 miles. The shelter might have held. Or if the blast is 10 miles north, he's 4 miles beyond. That's even better. For miles. Protection factor 8 in the basement. He might be okay. He might be, but I don't know. I don't know where exactly the blast was. I'm guessing from a mushroom cloud miles away. I don't know. Someone's screaming. One of the nurses. I don't know who. Everyone's at the windows, staring. Some people crying, some praying, some just standing there. The shockwave hasn't reached us yet. I know it's coming. I know the physics. Light travels faster than sound, faster than the blast wave. The flash was maybe 40 seconds ago. If the blast is 8 miles away, speed of sound, 767 miles per hour. 8 miles. That's about 37 seconds of travel time. 40 seconds since flash. We have seconds left before. The building shakes. Violent. Like an earthquake. Windows flexing. Not shattering. Reinforced glass. Hospital grade. But flexing. Visible movement. The blast wave. That was the blast wave. 8 miles. We're 8 miles from the detonation. Far enough that the windows held. Far enough that we're not in immediate destruction radius. But the building shook. I felt it in my chest. The pressure wave. Nolan felt that too. If he's still, he felt that. 6 miles beyond the blast center. 14 miles from here. The wave would have hit the school maybe 15 seconds before it hit us. The basement shelter. Protection factor 8. The wave would have stressed the structure. Maybe caused damage. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying my phone. Nolan's number. No signal. Network's completely down now. The EMP, electromagnetic pulse from the detonation. Electronics failing. My phone shows no service. The landline. Hospital landline. I'm grabbing the phone in the trauma bay. Dial tone. It's still working. Landlines sometimes survive when cellular doesn't. I'm dialing Cascade Middle School. Ringing. It's ringing. That means the line's intact. That means something survived. The building might be standing. The phone system works. That's good. That's something. Someone's answering. Adult voice. Male. Breathing hard. Stressed. Cascade Middle School. This is Vice Principal Holloway. He's alive. The school has survivors. Adults answering phones. I'm saying this is Dr. Lockhart. Providence Hospital. My son is a student there. Nolan Lockhart. 6th grade. I need to know if the students are safe. If he's okay. Long pause. I'm hearing background noise. Alarms. Fire alarms. Structural sounds. People talking. Adults coordinating. Emergency voices. I don't hear children. I don't hear student voices. Hundreds of middle school kids. 11 to 14 years old. They should be loud. Even in crisis. Kids are loud. That silence. That's wrong. The silence where their voices should be is worse than screaming would be. Dr. Lockhart. We've taken severe structural damage. The blast wave. The gymnasium. The gymnasium collapsed. That's where the designated shelter was. The basement under the gymnasium. The shelter collapsed. The gymnasium collapsed. The basement. Nolan was supposed to be in the gymnasium basement. That's the shelter protocol. That's where they go. That's where he went. I'm asking. I'm saying. I'm trying to speak, but my throat is closed. I'm asking about casualties. About students. About my son specifically. We're conducting accountability. Manual head count. The power is out. Emergency lighting only. We have multiple casualties. Severe injuries. We're doing everything we can, but we need medical assistance. Ambulances. Rescue teams. Multiple casualties. He said multiple casualties. That's medical terminology. That means people are hurt. People are dying. Students. 11-year-old kids. Nolan might be one of those casualties. I'm saying I need confirmation on Nolan Lockhart. 6th grade. 11 years old. Science class. 2nd period. Can you confirm his status? Can you tell me if he's accounted for? Another pause. Longer. I'm hearing Holloway talking to someone else. Can't make out the words. Muffled. Someone responding. Back and forth. Discussion. I'm waiting. I'm gripping the phone so hard my hand hurts. Dr. Lockhart. I'm sorry. We have approximately 400 students. The accountability system is down. Manual head count is still in progress. We have students in multiple locations. The gymnasium basement. We evacuated some to the athletic field when we saw the flash. Different locations. I can't confirm individual status at this time. We're still assessing. I'm sorry, he can't confirm. He doesn't know. 400 students. Multiple locations. Manual head count. No power. No system. He doesn't know if my son is alive or dead. I'm asking what the casualty count is. How many students are injured? How severe? We have. From the gymnasium collapse. We're estimating. We think approximately 70 to 90 students were in the gymnasium basement when it collapsed. We've extracted. We've pulled out maybe 30 so far. Some are injured. Some are. He's not finishing the sentence. Some are dead. That's what he's not saying. Some of those kids are dead. 11 to 14 years old. Dead. And Nolan was supposed to be in that basement. Science class second period. That's when the alert came. They would have evacuated to the nearest shelter. For Nolan's classroom, that's the gymnasium basement. That's protocol. That's where he would have gone. 70 to 90 students in the collapsed basement. 30 extracted. That leaves 40 to 60 still in there. Still buried. Still. Nolan might be one of them. Might be trapped. Might be injured. Might be. I'm asking if medical personnel are on site. If they're treating the injured. If they need guidance. We have the school nurse, Mrs. Pemberton. She's doing what she can. But we have students with severe trauma, crush injuries. We need actual doctors, ambulances, rescue teams. Can you send help? Can Providence send anyone? I'm looking around the trauma bay. The other doctors, the nurses, everyone's staring at me, waiting for me to tell them what to do. We have protocols. Mass casualty protocols. We're supposed to receive casualties. Treat them here. Not deploy to the field. That's not what hospitals do. But Cascade Middle School is 14 miles away. They have maybe 40 to 60 kids still trapped. 70 to 90 total casualties. The school nurse can't handle that. She's not trauma trained. She's not equipped. Those kids they need surgeons. They need emergency medicine. They need what we have here. But if we send teams to the school, we're not here. We're not at the hospital. When the other casualties start arriving from downtown, from the blast zone, from the closer areas, we won't be here to treat them. We'll be at a school 14 miles away. It's trio. It's the math again. 70 to 90 students at the school versus potentially thousands of casualties downtown. The math says we stay here. We wait for ambulances to bring casualties to us. We don't deploy. That's not how this works. But Nolan might be in that collapsed basement. My son, 11 years old, trapped, injured, dying. I'm saying we can't deploy teams. We're preparing for mass casualties here. He needs to call 911, get ambulances, get fire rescue. They'll bring the injured students here. We'll treat them. That's protocol. That's what we do. Dr. Lockhart, I've been calling 911 for 10 minutes. The line is busy. Everyone's calling. The whole city is calling. I can't get through. We're on our own here. 911 is overwhelmed. Of course it is. Everyone's calling. Everyone needs help. The system is collapsing. The school is on its own. Nolan is on his own. I'm trying to say. I'm telling Holloway to do the best he can. Stabilize the injured. Keep them warm. Control bleeding. Basic first aid. I'm reciting trauma protocols to a vice principal who's probably never done more than put a band-aid on a scraped knee. He's saying he'll do what he can. He's asking if I can. If there's any way I can come. If I'm able to come help. I'm standing in Providence Hospital Trauma Bay. I'm the senior attending. I have responsibilities. I have patients coming. I have mass casualties about to arrive. I have 75 people I can save if I stay here. If I do my job. I'm saying I can't. I'm sorry. I can't leave the hospital. I have duties here. My voice sounds steady. Professional. Inside I don't know if I'm a doctor or a father anymore. Inside I don't know who I am. Holloway's saying he understands. He'll do his best. He's hanging up. The line goes dead. Connection severed. Nolan's status is unknown. The gymnasium basement collapsed. 70 to 90 casualties. 40 to 60 still trapped. Manual head count in progress. Conditions difficult. Limited lighting. No power. No help coming, and I'm here. 35 miles away. No. 14 miles. 14 miles away in safety. In a functioning hospital. With power and equipment and resources. And I can't go to him. I can't. I chose not to. I'm a trauma surgeon. I know the survival rates for crush injuries. I know what happens to trapped patients. I know the timeline. First hour is critical. The golden hour. After that, survival probability drops. Significantly. Nolan's been. It's been 12 minutes since the blast. If he's trapped, if he's injured, he has 48 minutes left. Maybe less. And I'm not there. I'm not coming. I told the vice principal I can't leave. I have duties. I have responsibilities to strangers. To people I don't know. To the math. To the utilitarian calculus that says 75 lives outweigh one. Even when that one is my son. The PA system is announcing incoming casualties. First ambulance arriving. Multiple trauma patients. Blast injuries. Everyone to positions. This is what we prepared for. This is why I stayed. Director Whitmore is looking at me. She's asking if I'm ready. If I'm able to work. If I need a moment. I'm saying no. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm professional. I'm a doctor. I'm good at this. My hands are steady. My voice is calm. Inside I don't know if my son is alive or dead. Inside I'm screaming his name. Inside I'm running to that school. Tearing through rubble with bare hands. Finding him. Saving him. Outside I'm putting on gloves. Preparing instruments. Receiving the first patient. A man. 40s. Thermal burns. 30% body surface area. 3rd degree. He's screaming. Begging for help. Begging us to save him. I'm telling the team, let's get IV access. Fluid resuscitation. Pain management. I'm running the code. I'm doing my job. I'm saving this stranger's life. Nolan's 48 minutes are counting down. 46 now. 45. And I'm here. Saving someone else. Anyone else. Everyone else except him. That's the choice I made. That's what I chose when I stayed. I chose this man over my son. I chose the math. I chose duty. I don't know if I can live with that. I don't know if saving 100 strangers will ever be will ever make up for not being there when Nolan needed me. But it's done. The choice is made. I'm here. He's there. And I don't know. I don't know if he's alive. I'll never know. Not today. Maybe not ever. Maybe that basement is his grave, and I'll never even get to bury him properly. To say goodbye. The second ambulance is arriving. More casualties. More strangers who need me. More people I can save, because I'm here instead of there. I'm continuing to work. Hour 2. Hour 3. Patient after patient. Burns. Blast injuries. Lacerations. Fractures. Radiation sickness starting to show. Nausea. Vomiting. The early symptoms. Ours. Acute radiation syndrome. The ones who were closer. The ones who got dosed. I'm treating them all. I'm saving who I can save. 37 patients in the first 4 hours. 37 lives. Because I stayed. Because I chose this. The landline rings. Someone answers it. Hands it to me. They're saying it's for me. Personal call. It's Talia. Nolan's mother. She's crying. Hysterical. She's saying she can't reach him. She can't reach the school. She made it to Olympia before the highways closed. She's trapped. She's 60 miles away. She's asking if I got him. If he's with me. Please tell me he's with you. Please. I'm telling her. I'm trying to tell her. The words won't come. I'm saying the school took structural damage. The shelter collapsed. Casualties. They're doing manual head count. Nolan's status is unknown. I don't know. I don't know if he's okay. She's screaming. Not words. Just sound. The sound of a mother who doesn't know if her child is alive. I'm saying I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I tried to. I couldn't. I had to stay. I had to. The hospital. I had to. She's She's not screaming anymore. She's quiet. When she speaks, her voice is cold, dead. You stayed at the hospital. You chose the hospital over our son. You chose strangers over Nolan. She's right. She's exactly right. That's exactly what I did. I'm trying to explain. The math. The trio. The 75 people. The utilitarian. She hangs up. Line goes dead. I'm standing in the trauma bay holding a phone. 37 patients saved. One son. Status unknown. That's the trade. That's what duty costs. Day 7. Let me state the facts. Final count. 163 patients treated at Providence Hospital in the first 48 hours post-strike. Of those, 97 survived the initial treatment. Long-term survival projections are lower. Radiation sickness, complications, infections, but 97 alive right now because of what we did. Because I stayed. Because I chose to stay. FEMA commendation received. Washington State Medical Association recognition. Director Whitmore submitted my name for the Physician Emergency Response Award. Called my coordination exceptional. Said I saved lives through professional dedication under impossible circumstances. The governor's office. What's left of it? Sent thanks. Official letter. Sealed with the state seal. Framed it for me. Like I want to look at that. Like I want to remember. Nolan's status. Still unknown. Cascade Middle School remains inaccessible. Structural collapse hazard. Radiation levels at 230 Roentgen per hour in the surrounding area. Not immediately lethal, but dangerous for prolonged exposure. Recovery teams estimate 3 to 4 weeks before the site can be safely assessed. 3 to 4 weeks before they can excavate the gymnasium. Before they can recover. Before they can tell me if my son's body is in that rubble. Body. I said body. Not Nolan. Just body. That's how I'm thinking about it now. Clinical. Detached. Doctor terminology. The body. The casualty. The unknown status. I don't know if my son is alive. Don't know if he's dead. 7 days. 168 hours. He could be. If he survived the initial collapse. If he's trapped but alive. No water for 7 days. The human body can survive maybe 3 to 5 days without water. 7 days. If he's alive, he's dying slowly. Dehydrated. Weak. Suffering. Or he died immediately. Crushed in the collapse. Painless. That's better. I tell myself that's better. Quick death is mercy compared to dying slowly in the dark. Trapped. Scared. Calling for help that never comes. Calling for me. For Dad. For someone to save him. I wasn't there. I was here. 14 miles away. Saving strangers. Talia won't talk to me. She made it to what's left of Seattle 2 days ago. She's at the emergency shelter at Key Arena. They're housing maybe 2,000 displaced people there. She requested I be barred from contact. The shelter coordinator honored it. I'm not allowed to see her. Not allowed to talk to her. She blames me. She's right to blame me. My ex-wife. The woman I loved. The mother of my child. She blames me for our son's death. For his probable death. For his unknown status. Same thing. Unknown for 7 days means the worst is likely. The math says the worst is likely. I'm good at math. I'm very good at math. Utilitarian calculus. 97 survivors versus 1 unknown status. The math says I made the correct choice. Greatest good for greatest number. I did the right thing. Professional ethics. Medical ethics. Trio. Save who you can save. Accept the losses you can't prevent. Nolan wasn't a loss I couldn't prevent. I could have left. Could have tried. Could have died trying. Could have accomplished nothing. But I could have tried. Instead I stayed. I calculated. I chose the math over everything. The other survivors thank me. They find me in the hospital. They're mobile now. Some of them. The ones who are healing. They come to the trauma bay. They shake my hand. They cry. They hug me. They tell me I'm a hero. Tell me I saved their lives. Tell me their children are alive because of me. Their husbands. Their wives. Their parents. Alive because Dr. Lockhart stayed at his post. Because Dr. Lockhart chose duty over personal concerns. They don't know. None of them know. I saved a man on day 1. Hour 4. Thermal burns. 30% body surface area. His name is Everett. Everett Pemberton. 43 years old. He survived. He's healing. Third-degree burns are manageable with proper treatment. He'll scar. He'll have pain. But he's alive. His wife and 2 kids were in Tacoma, south of the blast zones. They survived too. They're reunited now. Family intact. Alive. I saved Everett Pemberton while Nolan was trapped 14 miles away. While he was dying. I chose Everett over Nolan. 43-year-old stranger over my 11-year-old son. The math said that was correct. Save the one in front of you. The one you can help. Not the one you probably can't reach anyway. Everett Pemberton thanked me yesterday. Brought his wife. Brought his kids. 7 and 9 years old. They drew pictures. Thanking Dr. Lockhart for saving their daddy. Crayon drawings. Hearts and rainbows and stick figures. They gave them to me. Smiled. Hugged me. Called me a hero. I'm looking at those drawings right now. They're on my desk. In my office. 7 and 9 years old. They have their father. They're alive. They're together. Nolan is 11. Was 11. Is 11. I don't know which tense to use. Present or past. Alive or dead. Unknown status means I can't. Can't commit to a tense. Can't commit to grief because maybe he's alive. Can't commit to hope because probably he's not. That's the punishment. Not his death. The uncertainty. Not knowing. Never knowing. Forever. I'll spend the rest of my life not knowing if the choice I made saved or killed my son. Not knowing if those 97 survivors were worth Nolan's unknown fate. Not knowing if I'm a hero who saved lives or a father who abandoned his child to die alone. The math says I made the correct choice. 97 lives. Measurable outcome. Quantifiable good. That's what matters in triage. In emergency medicine. In utilitarian ethics. But Nolan, he's not a number. He's not a statistic. He was. He's my son. 11 years old. Loved hiking. Wanted to study ecosystems. Beat me to the top of Rattlesnake Ledge last Sunday. Smiled when he won. That smile. I might never see that smile again. I'm functional. I go to work. I treat patients. I'm professional. Efficient. Competent. Director Whitmore says I'm handling the crisis better than anyone. Says I'm a model of resilience. Strength under pressure. Dedication. I'm dead inside. Every patient I save. I'm thinking that's not Nolan. I saved you. But not him. Every success is reminder of failure. Every life preserved is one more reason to hate myself for choosing them over him. Talia's right. I chose strangers over our son. I chose the hospital. I chose duty. I chose the math. I made the professional choice. The ethical choice. The correct choice by every measure of medical ethics and triage protocol. I can't live with the correct choice. Can't sleep. Close my eyes, I see. See the mushroom cloud. Rising. North. Toward where Nolan is. Was. Close my eyes, I hear. Hear his voice. Dad, where are you? I'm scared. Why aren't you here? Why did you leave me? I didn't leave him. I chose to save others. That's different. That's what I tell myself. That's the lie the justification I chose to save others. Not chose to abandon him. Those are different things. Right? Those are different. They're not different. Talia knows they're not different. I know they're not different. Day 7. 97 survivors. One son. Status unknown. That's the trade. That's what duty costs. That's what happens when you're good at math. When you calculate correctly. When you choose the greatest good. You save strangers. You lose everything that matters. And you live with that. You keep living. You keep working. You keep saving people who aren't the one you should have saved. That's what being a hero costs. That's what the correct choice looks like. 97 strangers alive. One son. Unknown. Probably dead. Certainly lost. And me. Alive. Functional. Excellent under pressure. Destroyed. I can't live with the uncertainty. I can't. But I do. Every day I do. Every day I wake up not knowing. Every day I go to work. Every day I save more strangers. Every day I don't know if Nolan is. If he's alive or dead. If I made the right choice or or the worst choice a father could make. The drawings from Everett Pemberton's kids. I'm looking at them. Hearts and rainbows. Stick figure doctor. Stick figure family. Everyone smiling. Everyone alive. Everyone together. Nolan drew pictures like that when he was 7, when he was 9, before the divorce, before everything fell apart. He drew pictures of our family, Mom and Dad and Nolan. Stick figures holding hands. Everyone smiling. I don't have those pictures anymore. Talia took them. Took everything that mattered. Took the memories. Took our son. Took everything. Or maybe I gave it away. Maybe that's the truth. I gave it away when I stayed. When I chose the hospital. When I picked up the phone and told Vice Principal Holloway I can't leave. I have duties here. When I made that choice, I gave away my son, my family, everything, for 97 strangers, for professional recognition, for doing the correct thing by medical ethics and triage protocols. I'm looking at the FEMA commendation on my wall. Physician Emergency Response Award. My name in fancy lettering. For professional dedication. For lives saved. I want to burn it. I want to destroy it. Throw it away. Pretend I never made that choice. Never stayed. Never saved anyone. Never. But I don't. I keep it on the wall. I look at it every day. I read my name. I remember. I make myself remember what that dedication cost. What those lives cost. What Nolan cost. That's my punishment. Not the uncertainty. The certainty. The certainty that I made a choice. That I chose this. That I calculated correctly and lost everything that mattered and have to live with. With being right. With being a hero. With doing my duty. Day 7. 97 survivors. One son status unknown. One father destroyed. That's the final count. That's what the math looks like when you actually do it. When you choose correctly. This is what victory looks like. This is what saving lives costs. This is what happens when you're good at your job. You lose everything. And you keep working. And everyone calls you a hero. And you know the truth. You know what you are. What you chose to be. I'm going back to work now. More patients coming. More strangers to save. More lives to preserve that aren't Nolan's. That's what I do now. That's all I do. Save everyone except the one who mattered. That's my life now. Forever.